I feel like they snuck Suicide Squad out, and I think I know why. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today we are bringing together some hip hop and that geek, putting it together for thumbnails. That's right, we're talking animation, anime. If you draw it and put it on the screen, let's go. So we're gonna talk about a movie that I thought flew by and I forgot that it even came out. And I was wondering why I didn't see much more about it. And it's called Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. And I feel like this one just slid on by without me even noticing, because I was waiting for it to come out so we could go in and talk about this movie, because I was like, Suicide Squad is coming back. I'm pretty hype about it. I liked Assault on Arkham, so let's see how they do this time. Well, it's not for kids. Oh, no, 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 no. The opening sequence lets you know this is not for kids. There's a whole bunch of bullets, a whole bunch of blood. And I did like Count Vertigo with Deadshot kind of back to back with like the sniper rifles and all that. That was really cool, but it was definitely not for the faint of heart, because it was headshots galore. And on the action tip, I can really give it to Suicide Squad. I thought it really shined through with not pulling any punches, you know what I'm saying? It like really came out and was like, look, this is Suicide Squad. It's a whole bunch of bad guys, so it's gonna be nothing but action through and through. And we get a lot of set pieces that show, you know, how wild this gang is, how dysfunctional they are, and just how crazy it is to have them all together. But when you have a job go semi-wrong with like Tobias Whale at the beginning when they're on this train, you learn very quickly that, of course, their leader, Amanda Waller, is not in any way, I guess you could say, skittish about using those head bombs. So real quick for the uninitiated, I'm gonna drop what the basic storyline is. We're sending out the Suicide Squad to get this card that lets you get out of hell free from Dr. Fate. Now, Dr. Fate actually lost this card. Now, of course, at the time, the person being Dr. Fate wasn't the greatest Dr. Fate, but he lost said card. And now, you know, Zoom is after it, Vandal Savage is after it. Of course, Amanda Waller with her Suicide Squad is after it. And we find out exactly why for different reasons from different people. Vandal Savage, who we always thought was immortal, believes he still is immortal, and I'm not sure if he technically is immortal or not. I don't think anyone's really tested that. And even him himself says, I've had more brushes with death in the last 10 years since metahumans have started to come out than I've had in like the last 1,000 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to hedge his bets. And of course, Zoom is the most interesting storyline to me because it ties in from Flashpoint. So we see him getting shot by Batman, by that Batman in that timeline, and rushing to try to find this card in our timeline to save himself from going to hell. And then Amanda Waller, who they kind of like lean in on a little bit with a slight storyline here and there, showing that she has like cancer of some sort. They dropped the line about her losing so much weight, and then we see her with the doctor and the prognosis is like terminal or whatever. So we get those small little nuggets of why these people want this thing, and they all want them for a pretty serious reason. So we have a great reason for a story and a fight for this holy grail. It's just not pulled off that well, in my opinion. And I think that's where this movie really has its just structural problems. And from the road chase that should be more exciting to, you know, the weird strip club scene is just, it's mismatched with this chase for this item that ends up not having the stakes that I really want it to have. Now, real quick, I'm going to get to, you know, the Fate story and also the story with Scandal Savage, which I thought was pretty cool too, and Vandal in the final act. But of course, first, Cure Brand is going to help us pay them bills. Yeah, that's right. Check that link below. Hats, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. So let's get into Scandal Savage just a little bit. We see Vandal Savage's daughter in a relationship with, I can't remember her name, it's not Artemis, but a young lady that's from, I believe, Apocalypse, and they have this relationship. They're the ones who actually steal the car and set this whole bad boy off. But I like to see her struggle between trying to protect her, her girlfriend and being kind of like faithful or loyal to her father, because there's a gunfight going on, and just seeing the struggle between that, I thought was a nice piece to add to this story, because there wasn't a lot of emotional weight in any of this. Even with the whole Deadshot part with his daughter, I feel like whenever we see him, he's going back to this well, and I feel like we're getting diminishing returns from that part. Now, a nice addition, which was Bronze Tiger, and even Copperhead to a certain degree, really shook up the dynamics of the team. Because you have Bronze Tiger, who, in this case, in this storyline, he's just like, stand-up guy. He really shouldn't be in jail like that, and he has his own code. And having his own code really, shows and sets him apart from the rest of the crews. Also, Copperhead he's weird. Like they make sure to make him weird in this. Whether he's, sticking his tongue out at kids, whether he's fighting people, or whether he's looking Harley Quinn up and down, which is strange. But to its credit, they make sure that the character development and not the character development, but the character design is up to par with all DC animated shows. I think Phil Barusa did this again. So, you have that kind of like American yet anime infused type style, and it works well, especially in the fight sequences. It's just that they don't seem to have that weight, whether at the strip club or even at the train at the beginning. The only fight that really has a lot of weight to it, in my opinion, is the one at the end, where you have Killer Frost semi-turning on everybody. You have Vandal Savage there. You have Scandal Savage. You have Zoom and Deadshot, and Bronze Tiger even comes in. There's so much mixing in, so many wants and needs and emotions locked in that one scene, that I think that one scene really works. Now, my question to you is, have you seen Suicide Squad? Are you digging it? Are you feeling this more than, of course, Assault on Arkham? Or are you feeling Assault on Arkham more than this? Of course, holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk Suicide Squad. I really wanted this to be better. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I think you can skip it and wait until Batman anime, because this one just doesn't really do it for me. So hopefully Batman Ninja will. So before I bounce, I gotta tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos are the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt player. And don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, just because you have ice powers doesn't mean that you're untouchable. Peace.